Well, I know it doesn't look like I made much progress since last time, but I actually have. So we're going to bring you up to date where we are. We're very close to starting this thing, or at least trying to, such is my optimism. So we got the exhaust back on this side, and I don't have it on the other side yet because it all hinges around the foot peg, which you might recall is bent. I'm going to have to get that straightened. I'm going to try to get that done tomorrow. It's the same guy that does my painting. And the toolbox side case has been painted to match. They had to custom mix a color to match this green, but sent me a picture of it. It looks really good. So I'm going to go try to pick that up tomorrow and get that foot peg straightened, and then I can put this exhaust back on and get the brakes set and all that. The biggest move forward we've made here is the carburetors. My first foray into rebuilding Amal carbs, and I'll tell you something, these things are so simple, it's ridiculous. Actually had a good time working on these. Now, that said, we'll see how well they operate. These can wear out internally. So, I mean, I didn't really see anything obvious looking at them when I had them apart, but, you know, who knows. Again, this thing's showing 3,000 miles. Is that accurate? I have no idea. But you'll notice how clean they are now. They really cleaned up nice. I did not put the air horns back on. The ones that are from the factory on this bike are plastic. And I had a feeling I was going to break them getting them off, and I did break one. Which doesn't really bother me because I wanted to put some chrome metal ones on there anyway. They look nicer and they're more durable. These are also plastic. Now these I didn't break, but I think I might just order metal ones for the next time I order some things, because I just don't trust these old plastic guys to hang in there. But I'm very happy with how these turned out. Cleaned up really nice, and really weren't bad inside at all. One jet I think had some cloggage in it that I managed to clean out. I have some little pin vise drills, and I just got one. You don't drill these, you don't want to do that because you'll leave burrs in there, but I ran the drill through a smaller size and just was able to clean out what little gunk was in there. And they got so nice because of this purchase, which is my ultrasonic cleaner. This is an Amazon purchase. I think this is a 4-liter, if I remember right, for the size, and it's just barely big enough to take the Amals without the basket in there. So you put one carb in there at a time, and the housing will just fit in there for you. So that worked out really well. I did have to run all the parts through like 2 or 3 passes with the simple green. There's other products that are probably more aggressive that would do a little bit better job, but that worked out fine. Did take some scrubbing, and what this wouldn't clean out was very successful using brake clean on, which is kind of interesting. The brake clean was a much better cleaner for the carbs than carburetor cleaner. These are the 2 products I was using, and the brake parts cleaner cleaned them up way better. The carb cleaner stuff really didn't seem to do much. Here's my slightly buggered and ruined carb inlet, but such as it is. I did fill it with oil. This is what I'm using. This is an old bottle I had from another vehicle, but I got 2 fresh bottles to put in. And I use this because this has a lot of zinc in it. These old machines, of course, like all the vitamins and minerals, and zinc is one of the operative things there. So you're going to want to have that if at all possible. And put 2 quarts in there, and that was about right. And then I spent probably 5 or 10 minutes kicking this thing over, trying to get oil pressure, or at least oil up to the top. That way you know it's primed properly. And I just loosened this banjo fitting here until I got some dribbles coming out, and I knew it was ready to go. So that's primed. I don't have any oil in the primary. It'll be okay to start it without any in there. I mean, there's some residual in there from before. It's not bone dry because we didn't have it completely apart and cleaned. So I'm just going to see if I can get it to fire first before I commit to that and make sure that the engine's okay, because if it's got a problem and I have to take things apart again, I don't want to waste, you know, a quart of oil in there and have that mess to clean up. So that's where we are there. I covered up the 2 battery leads because I don't have a battery for it. And I don't think it's going to matter trying to get it to start because this is a magneto bike. And when I was kicking it over, I had the plugs out to make it easier. But I hooked the leads up to the plugs so that the spark would have a place to go, and grounded it on the head studs there. And I have a really, really bright spark. I mean, it's like lightning coming out of there. It's awesome. So thanks to Greg, my magneto repair guy, did a great job there. And now it's up to me to hopefully have the thing timed right. So what do we need to make it run? Well, we need fuel. We have spark, we know that. And we have compression, as far as I know, as it develops some when you kick it over, so hopefully it's the correct amount. I had poured some small amount of ATF down in the cylinders to try to lubricate everything and maybe free up the rings a little bit. So what I'm thinking of doing, because I don't have the gas tank ready yet, and it won't take much to get that ready, so I might go ahead and try to do that. But if I don't get to it in the meantime, I think we can just put the hose on here and just fill these bowls up. Should be adequate to get it to fire and maybe run a little bit. So I'm going to do that recorded live. I'm not going to, start it and then come back with the camera and show you that it starts and go, ooh, look what I did. I'm such an awesome mechanic. I'm going to give it to you legit. We'll kick it and see how it does. May have to edit it down a little bit if it doesn't want to fire. But I'm going to do it the honest way. This is a learning experience for me, and hopefully you're following along and enjoying my learning and occasional ineptitude. But that's the update. And, oh, we did get something else I want to share. You'll notice the license plate was missing from the back. And I got a 1964 Pennsylvania tag that I can now run. Year of manufacture tags are now legal in PA. So I'm going to get this thing legal, and we'll run that. Got that off of eBay. Pretty nice shape. Has just enough flaws in it that makes it fit the rest of the bike. And we'll keep that Minnesota tag, of course. That's what it came with. And I think that's kind of where we are right now. So there's your current update. Sorry for the scene cut there. The heater came on and was kind of drowning me out. One thing I did want to mention that I forgot was the needle valve for the carburetors. The original ones were just plastic, and so I got some replacement ones which were brass with I think probably a Teflon coating on the tip. So they're going to be much better than these guys here. So I wanted to mention that we did that, and that may be my last comment that I wanted to add. So we're going to shut it down there and bring you back in when it's time to try to start this little guy here. And hopefully everything goes well and that I've done my timing correctly. That's my biggest fear, is that I don't have the timing set right. I think everything else will be okay. Based on the problems that this bike had, I don't think the engine itself probably has any issues, but we're going to still cross our fingers because you never know. So until then, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out with YouTube if you want to keep on getting updates on this or any of my other motorcycle or car projects. And I'll talk to you soon.